psychologists and, around mindfulness and stress. And I think for women, and maybe Kelly, you can speak to this, as a man, but I think for women, we need to feel, in order to heal, right? In order to make progress, whether it's metabolic or body composition progress, mindfulness, we need to feel safe. And so in terms of body composition, I think that the safety signal is food. So that's sort of how I love it. Start.
I have to jump in here and say that's the first time I've ever heard that idea wrapped up in the terms of safety and signaling safety, because we talk about non-threatening inputs and and signaling to the brain that what we're doing is safe, and because we work in high performance sports, there are so many times where I have conversations about a performance benefit of people belonging, of feeling safe, of trust, of vulnerability. And that is such a keystone to elite performance, to belonging to
so of course it applies.
Oh my gosh. I feel like, wow, that's one of the most insightful things I've ever heard about nutrition, is signaling to the brain, you are safe here. And we're going to have to do that by getting you more micronutrients and more nutrient dense foods. It is amazing when we ask people. Juliet and I have stumbled on a solution from one of our friends, and the first thing we do is we don't restrict anything. We have to make everyone eat 800 grams of fruits and vegetables. And people are shocked. I mean, how many calories is that? Like 500 or 600 calories?
It's not that many calories.
We're like, oh, is that too many apples for you? Are you full?
Volume-wise,
it's shocking.
Yeah, volume-wise, especially for women who have been on the restriction train for many years, it feels like so much food that it's shocking. And, I have to remind people, like, hey, if this is sort of a mixed fruit and vegetables, this is 500 calories. This is not, you're not overeating here.
One of the things that I love about this message from you particularly is that as a provider who puts her hands on people, I can tell if tissue is, good, bad, stiff. And if you're healing, we always say you either heal at the rate of a human being or you heal slower. You can't, no one's a fast healer. You're just either like, here's what the biology says, it takes this long to heal, or you're going to go slower than that. And I, for the longest time, of course, I'm into fueling and nutrition, but I did not want to talk about nutrition
because you're not into it.
Fueling.
Okay.
Carbs.
Fueling you are.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Making sure we have enough fuel on board. But as Juliet said, one of the things I did not want to have a conversation about is I didn't want to talk to people about body composition. But it just wasn't interesting to me as a coach. I mean, and yes, we have to, when someone needed to be a certain weight to do their sport, that was a very specific thing, and I would have them work with a professional. But more I got into my clinical, working with athletes, coaching, I was like, we have to be talking about food because we're talking about your tissue health and your gut health and your skin and your integument. And if I don't have those conversations, I'm going to have tissues that cannot take the loading. And we particularly started to see it when the GLP-1s came up, and in our sort of 50 age demographic, where women were losing so much bone mass and so much lean muscle mass. Because
we were doing that before GLP-1s.
I'm just saying, but as a function for men, even men, I think maybe that's why it popped up suddenly, is that we're like, holy moly, this nutrition piece is such a big piece of this.